watch it on my phone. We are live. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Olo Oya speak, and I hope you guys are going to tune in with us today. We have a special guest on our panel, Baba Solomon, all the way live from Nigeria. Today's live stream is going to talk about what is the value of Orisha in our society. How do we perpetuate Orisha? Basically, also, Baba Solomon is an educator, um, a teacher on many levels. He's going to talk about those things. And we're going to touch base on some characteristics, attributes, how to worship Oya, give us some more information on Oya from Yoruba land. And you guys, without further ado, because we missed him last time, we were too Baba, we were too late at night, and you guys were very early in the morning, so you missed that live. Um, we were going to have last Friday, so you're here today. So, what time is it in Nigeria right now?
It's 3 minutes after 10
3 minutes
p.m.
after 10. Well, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. And there are a few people, not just a few. I tagged like 100 people. I tagged about 100 people. So if they don't watch the live now, they're gonna watch it later on Facebook. We are right now live on Facebook with Baba Solomon. Now, I met Baba Solomon, I think it was about 2019, 2020. And Baba
Yeah.
Solomon had wonderful classes about Orisha. Baba Solomon, can you tell them what part of Nigeria you're from?
Well, paternally, I'm from the Delta part of Nigeria. Maternally, I am of Yoruba. So I share my spiritual tradition shares between the Yoruba and the Delta people's tradition. I also went further to study Hindu Tantra. I'm a tantric priest. I also teach martial arts. I'm a priest of Kunga in the Republic of Cameroon, where they practice a sort of spiritual system with animal doubles. I am also a priest of Olokun in Yoruba land, also a priest of Olokun in Delta. Incidentally, my family has been having Olokun priests. I'm talking about my paternal lineage. I've been having Olokun priests for about 500 years. My grandmother was the chief priest of our village. So we've been having very long Orisha tradition. I also am an elder, what they call Idiom, in Osokpeka. Osokpeka is a spiritual tradition of the Benin people of Nigeria and the Delta people, where they worship the deified Mother Earth that they call Iya the good, yeah. So I've been around several spiritual traditions, both in the Orient and in West Africa.
Yes, yes. That is an amazing introduction, as well as it's an amazing family lineage that you are from. A long lineage of over 500 years of Olokun perpetuation. Wow. I mean, can you give us a little bit of excerpt about what the Olokun tradition is from your family line? Some of the things you've witnessed, and what has changed since then? Has anything changed from when you was a little one to now? Just a little bit.
Well, okay, talking about the tradition, things have changed. Things have changed because um, I think that the Africans, or let me say Nigerians, across, they've gotten more westernized and Western conscious, as in most of them don't adhere to the traditional beliefs anymore. They don't even understand. Most of them don't, especially the young ones, don't even understand anymore. But I can say that uh, things have started to change a bit in the past 10 years. There have been an increase in Africans or Nigerians who are educated, middle class and upper class, who have developed interest in Orisha. The way that when I was young, when my grandmother was alive, what usually happens in our family compound is that twice a week, there's always a dance, there's always an Oloku dance in our compound, because the Oloku practice in Edo and Delta, in Benin and Delta, involves a lot of dancing, chanting, and the throwing of efun, the white chalk, drawing a lot of diagrams. Those diagrams are called Ikaye or Ngba. Those diagrams are means of communication. They have several geometric patterns that they draw on the floor with efun. So when it is drawn, sometimes when they want to feed Olokun, they draw a certain geometric diagram. Sometimes when they want to dance, they draw another one. For initiations, they have certain diagrams they use for initiation. For when they want to do Thanksgiving, like a Thanksgiving, what they call Ojimiseme, they draw certain diagrams. But basically, there are some numbers that are significant for them. The number 4, because 4 represents the 4 market days. 4 also represents the east, west, the north, and south, the 4 cardinal points. So in the Oloku practice in Delta, they always draw 4 lines on the floor before they add any other geometric patterns to it. And those 4 lines are regarded as very auspicious because, like I said, they represent the 4 market days, the traditional 4 market days. In the past, people used to have 4 market days, traditional. After that, those 4 lines also represent the 4 cardinal points of the earth. And then another mystical number for them was number 14. They believe that that is the highest manifestation of spiritual energy comes down with the number 14. So they talk about the 14 mystical bells of Olokun. That Olokun has 14 mystical bells. Certainly, for my people, the Ka people in Delta, Olokun happens to be regarded as the son of Osolobue, which is the son of the Supreme, who is in charge of all the waters. Other Baname, king of the waters, or king in the waters. So it's actually a community activity when Olokun is being propitiated.
sorry, I was muted. What does Olokun mean and represent? From a traditional standpoint, what does the word Olokun mean in your town? Can you hear me?
Yes, it means owner of the sea.
Owner
That's what it
of,
means, owner of the sea.
yes. And what does that represent? That whole family and lineage, what was the need, or what did you understand growing up as a child for the about the need of a locum for the community or for the family?
Yeah, we happen, my ancestors happen to be the kings of our town. We are from the lineage of the royal house. And then for us as a people, Olokun happens to be the son of Osalobwe. Salobwe is the almighty or supreme father, supreme spirit. And the royals were said to belong to the lineage of Olokun. And so uh, that is how it happened that my family, began to become the guardian of the shrines of Olokun. And for our people too, Olokun happens to be uh, the deity of fertility, deity of blessings, the deity of good luck and prosperity and good things, and of children too. So that's why it's very significant for them to propitiate Olokun.
Yes. So, Baba, what do you see? And okay, so we are on this road. We're talking about a locun, and I'm just going to ask one more question about a locun, and then we're going to go into um, some information. But first, before we go there, I want to recognize some of our other guests that have joined us. Um, my name is Iya Alafose, and my godmother is here in the building, Iya Olo Oya. I want to acknowledge her. Iya Olo Oya, can you unmute or are you muted?
Alafia, everyone, and it's great to be here. I'm going in and out, so I will mute again, but I'm listening.
Yeah, Alafia to you. You're highly welcome. I'm glad to hear your voice.
Well, we talk all the time.
I know. I know.
Yes, and we also have another guest who is also both my sisters. One, my I should call my in-law, and then my big sister Deneen, another Olo Oya. Oya Tomi. I'm going to bring her up to the panel. Baba Solomon, this is my big sister, my eldest sister, Oya Tomi.
Okay, you're
Good
highly welcome. Yeah.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
I'll see you.
Now you see her. Okay, so
Yeah.
Solomon, Baba Solomon, you have been giving classes for about, I would say, the past at least 4 years through
Yeah.
application on WhatsApp. You've gone through many types of, I would guess, lessons. I mean, lessons on Ugun medicine, lessons of Egungun, lessons on different
Egbe,
egg bay.
Egbe, Oshun. We've
Yes,
done many.
all that.
Merindilogun. We've
So,
done on OB. We've done on
OB,
Iyami.
Yami, all of that.
Uh,
So quickly, can you
yeah.
tell them the site that these classes they can go and actually purchase for a very, very, very good price? and you can have some of Baba Solomon's lessons about Orisha. But one thing, some classes are for initiates, correct? And some classes are for
Yes.
non-initiates. Yes.
Yes.
So you will be asked those questions and you will have to confirm your initiation if you want to take certain classes that deal with, we call the Awo, the secrets of Orisha. So I will post that just shortly. But let's get to the meat and potatoes. Baba, what can you tell us about the worship of Oya in Yoruba land?
Thank you very much. Um, I would like to say this before I continue. Certain Orishas are very popular. The reasons being that they have more devotees, more worshippers, more priests. Certain others are there, they are not too popular. Oya happens to be an Orisha that is not very popular. Though the name is popular, but you hardly find many of the priests. The priesthoods are not that much. They are there, but they are not that much. Now, Oya means different things to different people, but one of the famous things that people know about Oya is that Oya is the beloved wife or the most loved wife of Shango, of the Orisha Shango. That's one of the things. I mean, everybody could say that in Yoruba land. But several of the stories in Logun gives us pointers in the Odus, gives us pointers to where Oya is coming from. Initially, if you look at the Odu of Okoron and even in Ejoko, you find out that Oya was initially married to Ogun, was initially the wife of Ogun, but she felt that she wasn't being well taken care of, if you look at the Ejoko, because the husband, Ogun, hardly stays around. He's always going to fight some wars in one very far place or country or town, and maybe probably spend a couple of years, and before he comes back. After coming back, he goes for another war or hunting. And so Oya was dissatisfied in Ejoko. And eventually she met Shango and their love clicked and a love affair started. Very explosive love affair. And this caused quite some fight between Shango and Ogun when Ogun realized. But Obatala, when the tension was so high, the other Orishas brought the issue, brought the matter up in the court of Obatala, because we were told that every 5 days, the Orishas meet, what to call Ororun, they meet in the house of Obatala to deliberate on issues. And so when the matter came up, and Ogun said, "This is my wife," and Shango said, "This is my wife," and so Obatala said, "Okay, I know what to do. We are going to give both of you 7 days to come back, but I'm going to give you a quiz, a sort of quiz, a test, a quiz. And the quiz is very simple. Get me the internal cutting and the external cutting." That was what Obatala told Ogun. And so, prior to that time, Ogun had issue as his good friend, very good friend. When friends have turned to brothers, we call them Imule. We call it Imule, like they have a pact. And that's why in the Orisha circles, in Egbado, we often sing, Alẹ́ lẹ́gbára tógún náà jọ ń rìn o, ìmùlẹ̀ ni wọ́n ọ̀rẹ́ ni wọ́n wà o, alẹ́ lẹ́gbára tógún náà jọ ń rìn o, ìmùlẹ̀ ni wọ́n ọ̀rẹ́ ni wọ́n wà o. He said Ẹlẹ́gbára, which is Èṣù, and Ògún, they are always together. They are friends. They have a pact together. But unfortunately, too, Ògún, after going to war and getting the spoils of war, does not give Èṣù enough. In fact, at times, he takes everything, keeps everything to himself. And so Èṣù was not happy with him. And so when Ọbàtálá gave the quiz to Ṣàngó and Ògún, and Ọbàtálá said, whoever arrives at the proper answer will be the husband of Oya. So Yemoja Ataramagba, being the mother of Ṣàngó, she had to go for a divination. She had to go for a divination. And when she made that divination, she was asked to give food to Èṣù. She now made a porridge with several eggs and a lot of palm oil and presented it to Èṣù. Èṣù ate the sumptuous meal that Yemoja prepared, and Èṣù was very happy. And Yemoja now presented the quiz of Ọbàtálá to Èṣù. Èṣù now gave the answer to Yemoja. Èṣù told Yemoja that the internal cotton is pinned by the spider, while the external cotton is from the cotton tree, what we call a wakese tree, which is a cotton tree. So Yemoja kept that answer. Before the 7th day, Yemoja gave the answer to Ṣàngó, and then when the 7th day came and all the Orishas gathered in the house of Ọbàtálá, the courtyard of Ọbàtálá, Ọbàtálá presented the question to both of them again. Ògún said the outward cotton is from the cotton tree, but he didn't know the inward cotton or the internal cotton. But Ṣàngó was able to present the answer. And so because he presented that answer, Ṣàngó was given Oya, to go with Oya as the wife. And so this caused a lot of tension between Ṣàngó and Ògún. And that's why up to date, Ṣàngó and Ògún are not placed together. They are placed apart. And then up to date also, Ògún does not fight. Ṣàngó does not fight wherever Ògún is. Wherever you have iron in your house, iron as Ògún in your house, thunder cannot strike that place. So having said that, Oya is a very powerful Orisha. Oya is a dual Orisha. One of the things that most people don't know, everybody knows that Oya is the wind Orisha, but few people know that Oya is also the Orisha of the river Niger, which is Odo Oya, called Odo Oya in Yoruba. Oya is actually a water Orisha also. So she has that dual faculty of presiding over the wind and presiding over the river Niger, being a river Aja is also the whirlwind that Oya sends out. Aja is also a spirit. People also propitiate Aja, but Aja is the servant of Oya. While some stories, like if you look at Ejila Sebora tells us that Aja is the sister, junior sister of Oya. And so, looking at Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay, so if you look at Oya, so I said, like I was saying, that Oya plays a dual role. Oya also, there's a bit of animosity between Oya and Yemoja. Okay, that story is in Osa, in Owanri, and partly in Ejila, Jila Shebora. But coming to Oya worship, Oya receives what we call oti, a bit of water, omi, small bit. Oya receives oti, alcoholic beverage. Okay. After alcoholic beverage, Oya also receives orogbo. Like Shango, Oya receives orogbo. So apart from orogbo, Oya also takes ila. Ila is what is it called? Ila is okra. You know okra? Oya also takes begiri. Like Shango, Oya also takes amala. Oya here, the highest four-legged animal you can use in propitiating Oya is the akewure, which is a female goat, a female goat that has given birth many times. Akewure, that is one of the highest offerings of Oya. Oya takes the honeycomb. We also offer honeycomb to Oya. We also offer elede pig to Oya. Oya forbids adin. Oya forbids agbo. A ram. Shango takes a ram, but Oya does not take ram. Oya forbids a ram. Oya takes a female, takes a hen, which is a female chicken. Or Oya's, one of Oya's most forbidden things, and most Oloya don't eat it here. I don't eat it because I'm also a lawyer who forbid eating of ram, the agbo. We do not eat it. But incidentally, that's the highest or one of the best offerings to Shango and Yemoja. And it has a reason. If you look at the Odu of Osa, Owanri, Ejila, why Oya refuses the ram, you will find it there. Oya refused the ram because Yemoja was able to assist Shango in conquering Oya, and it was with a ram, an ebo of a ram, and that was why Oya made it clear that all our devotees should not take the ram. So that is how it is. Do you have any other further questions?
Baba, in the US, we're told, can everyone hear me? Okay, we're told no lamb.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so we're told lamb is taboo. So ram and lamb?
Ram and lamb are the same thing.
Uh-huh. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear you, Chara.
Yeah, her sound is not on.
Chara, your sound is not on. Mm-mm.
I wonder if her
Oh, okay. She wants us to keep talking.
Okay. I got here late, so I don't know exactly what everybody was talking about. I was just listening to the Baba talk.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's very interesting information you gave us about that Odu and Yamaya assisting Shango in conquering Oya. That's the reason why you said the ram is taboo. Baba, we hear another Odu about the lamb helping being at both for Oya to give birth. So,
I wonder if he can hear you.
yeah, I guess not. Maybe him and Chara are on the same
Right.
line. Well, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I was running in after my job. I was like, oh, I hope I haven't missed too much.
Yeah, I'm at work too. I'm gonna have to I hear the children now. I'm gonna have to come out of this meeting. But it has been fantastic.
Yeah, the information definitely sounds like it was enlightening of what I
Mm-hmm.
caught of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What's that rant?
maybe they're gonna have to connect and disconnect and then connect again.
And come back in. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Is it is your mic isn't muted, is it? Looks like she's
And now she's frozen. It just might be a bad connection.
I might even have to go to another part of the house. I don't know. It might be something going on with the.
It looks like it's just me and you now, unless you have people backstage. Oh, okay, cool.
Can you hear? Okay. It happens. One of these days. One of these days.
Yeah, I've been having one of these days
Okay.
all day with technology.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, you can hear from backstage. Let me see. Stop my cam.
Okay, well, I'm glad I caught a little bit of it, Chara. I'm still at work. Okay. Oh, yeah, Niyi, you still on? Okay. I'm gonna wait for her to come back, but I gotta go. Okay, I gotta go. Nice chatting with you.
Okay. Can you hear? what's happening, but we're going to keep moving forward. Are you able
Okay,
to even hear me?
I can hear you now, but I gotta go. I'm still at work.
So, all right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. It's talking about someone with an unstable internet, and I don't know if it was too many people up there at the same time. That never happened before, but everyone can hear me now. And
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
yes, yes, I can hear you. So I know that Oya told me, I think she dropped down, and we're going to bring up Odefa, and we're going to bring up Oya Niyi.
Hola, everyone.
Hi.
Long time no see, ladies.
Yeah. Hey, Michelle. How are you?
I'm well. I'm busy. As you can see, I'm at the sewing machine.
Yeah, that's great.
Got an Ogun. I got to eke out. So it was amazing to hear the story of Oya and Ogun.
Yeah,
So
it's good that you're still going on the sewing machine. I retired mine.
no, 3 ultras this month.
That's fantastic, though.
Yeah, and a lot of beading. So thank God. Barbara Solomon, we appreciate you as usual. I don't know if you remember me. I've taken a couple of your classes. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, very enlightening. Okay, so I'm done. Everyone, this has been good. Took my lunch break. Where's Alafose? She's gone again?
It looks like it.
Now, you were supposed to speak, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't give me a prompt yet. Maybe because we've been having technical issues. She hasn't.
They're talking about an insecure web thing. Well, mine might be insecure because I got this juki rolling, but
I think mine is okay. I'm not seeing any problems with mine.
Me either. Anyway. Hey, Barbara Solomon, while we have your ear, are you there? Hello? I have a quick question. I have a road of issue that no one seems to know about. It's called Alabini. You ever heard of that one? I don't think he hears me. Okay. Okay.
Can you hear? Baba? Can you hear?
He's back now. Barbara Solomon, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I was asking.
I think I'm hearing you now. Yeah.
Okay, I was asking if you knew anything about the shoe Alabini.
Alabini. Can you spell it?
No. They gave me this issue when I received my hand of a ruler, and I have not found anyone who knows anything about it. And the Baba La who gave it to me, Baba Moy says, oh, this is for a warrior. Only a warrior could get this. I said, okay, so tell me something. And I don't think he knew much. But
well, the name Alakpini, I don't know if it's Alakpini or Alabini, but Alakpini, if it's, I said the name you call now, I'm trying to see if it's Alabini or Alakpini. If it's Alakpini, is related to Egungun, but I don't know of Alabini. That
Okay.
I do not know. But if it's Alakpini, I know that is related to the Egungun, the cult of the ancestors, ancestral cult.
Okay.
Baba, I don't know
Thank
if
you.
my name is Niyi. I am Vai Fayemi and Iya Olo goddaughter. I have a question. I think somebody posted it in the comments, and I don't know if you already answered it. But can you tell? Someone asked about the relationship that between Oya and the graveyard. That is the association that's made in the diaspora.
Oh, I've read things in Lukumi that talks about Oya as the guardian of the graveyard. Am I correct? I've read some articles on Lukumi like that. What I will say is that we don't hear in Isheshe here, we don't see Oya as the guardian of the graveyard. However, I am thinking that maybe one of the things why the ancestors that brought Lukumi from Africa to Cuba, I am just making a guess that maybe because Oya is also related to Egungun, and Egungun is also, Egungun controls spirits of the dead and the ancestors. Maybe that was why or how they developed that link. I'm just making a guess. I'm not saying it's 100% correct. But if you look at it here, Oya is, first of all, the Orisha of the wind. Second, the Orisha of water of the River Niger. River Niger happens to be the biggest river in Nigeria. Now, and I think the biggest in West Africa too, and the second largest in Africa. However, if you look at the wiki of Oya, he says, Oya ló ràgànràgàn tó lọ rèé bímọ sínú ọ̀gán, Oya ló bí Egungun. In some stories, like in Osa, it is said that Oya was barren, and she was so barren, if you look at that Oriki, that she couldn't have her own children. And she went for divination, and ebos were prescribed for her, and she was asked to give birth in an ant hill. Ogon is an ant hill. And then Oya did all the ebos, and she became pregnant. And when she wanted to give birth, she gave birth in the ant hill. And one of her children that she gave birth to in the anthill, because she gave birth to the children in the anthill, the termites in the anthill ate up a lot of places on their face, and the face was disfigured, and a cloth was used in covering that face like a mask, like a hood, and that began the Egungun society, according to that story. And so Oya in that story is regarded as the mother of Egungun. And when you're talking about Egungun, you're talking about spirits of the dead, spirits of the ancestors, ancestral spirits, and things like that. Maybe that is where that connection came from. It's just a guess, though.
Yeah, I think I make the same guess. Someone here is saying, I always thought she was not, this is David, he's saying, I always thought she was not the Orisha of the graveyard, but the entrance, significant for being associated with the portal of the land of the dead, that Oya is indeed a portal. And Judith Gleason touched on that concept in her writing. And then he's asking, Oya is referred to as Iya Yansan. So he's asking, what are the names of the 9 children of Oya, and are they propitiated or worked as separate entities of Oya? I'm assuming that he's asking if this is the case in Isheshe.
That's a very good question. Often I encounter this particular question, but not sounding immodest, I have a different answer and a different perspective. I will say this: when we say Iya Yansan, it's different from Yeson. Yoruba is a tonal language. One thing can mean many things depending on the tone that you use in making that pronunciation. For example, we here call Oya Iya Yansan Apanibiekun. That's an oriki of Oya. Oya is praised as Iya Yansan Apanibiekun. Iya Yansan is different from Iya Eson. Eson means 9.
Right.
Is different from Anson. Anson was the child of Oya. Is different from Oya having 9 children. If you want to say Oya has 9 children, that is Iya Eson being mother of 9. But now this is Iya Yansan, which is the mother of Anson. Anson is the name, or was the name, of Oya's child. And Oya was praised as the mother of her son that kills like the leopard. So they are quite different. Being the mother of 9 is a different thing. Being Iya Yansan is a different thing.
So for you, it could be that there is a difference in accent or pronunciation that generated that idea of Oya being the mother.
Exactly.
Exactly. That difference in pronunciation or what have you might be what has given birth to this association of Oya with the number 9 in the diaspora. I think a lot of people are not aware.
No, there's a difference. If you look at the Erindilogun, Oya happens to be the chief Orisha of Osa, which is the number 9.
Right.
Even here. So Oya is associated with the number 9. But when you make that statement of Yeson, in a story here within the Erindilogun, in a story in Osa, Oya gave birth to a child, a daughter called Anson. That's why we praise Oya here as Oya Iya Yansan Apanibiekun. Oya, the mother of her son, who kills like a leopard, is different from Yeson. So I think there might have been a sort of maybe a mistake in pronunciation or something like that. But significantly, Oya happens to be in the 9th Odu, which is Osa, within the Erindilogun.
I think the point that you raised about the pronunciation is important, because I'm not sure how many people are aware that there are very many different dialects of the Yoruba language. A lot of people are not aware that the Yoruba, quote unquote, are not only one people. There are many groups of Yoruba people who speak their own dialects of Yoruba language. And so there is difference in pronunciation, there is difference in accent. And we have to remember that during the transatlantic slave trade, people from all of these different groups were taken and were brought to the Americas. So there could have been a lot of things happening with multiple Yoruba languages in different places in the diaspora.
Right.
Of course, there could have. Yeah, of course. When you say Iya Yansan was mother of 9. So, but a story in Osa here talks about Oya being the mother of Anson, which is the name of the daughter. So we don't have mother of 9.
And Baba, which region are
Like
you from?
Egbado region, and
Egbado.
maternally.
Okay, I got you.
Maternally. But yeah.
All right.
So I
Also,
think the language also brings a lot of things. You know, this is what I would say also. You know, things not recorded after a long time is either added to or reduced.
yes.
Either something is added or something is reduced. That's what happens.
It's like that game telephone. You say one thing, and by the time it gets to the end of the line, it's a whole nother ball. And being that Yoruba is so tonal, that one tone can mean one thing. It's the same spelling, maybe it looks like the same word, but the difference in tone completely changes the word. So there we have.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I just want to touch base on the conversation dealing with Oya and the Egungun connection, or being the mother of Egungun. I was been reading the book with Judith Gleason, who is the author, and it's called Oya and Praise of an African Goddess. She went and did some study in Nigeria in 1983, and I just wanted to speak on some quotes she made from a Oya priestess there who was named Oya Kupola, is in at Ira in Oyo City. And one of the praise names in this particular song that she was doing with Oya was what is posted on the screen there: Omoruku, child who carried the corpse. Um, Other praise names that this singer Oya Kupola, she has at least about 3 pages of praise names, or just say praises that are worthy for Oya. And she does name her as She Oya Loni Egun, which means Oya, owner of Egungun. So I would think that with that, through the transatlantic Atlantic slave trade, or through that experience, the African, what they brought to uh, Cuba in particular, because we know that it is totally different than what was kept in Candomblé in Brazil, because in Brazil you have roads of Oya that they speak about. In Lukumi tradition, we don't have roads. We just have the Odu that we're born by. But when I was looking at the different roads they named and acquired about Oya, it was very clear to me that, of course, those roads come out with Odu. Those roads associate with how that person was initiated and what uh, the Orisha spoke to them about through their Odu. So I do associate that with also with the Egungun society and the whole aspect of Oya and the Lukumi tradition being associated with the gateway of the cemetery. We had to remember too that also with that energy and knowledge carried into the United States, um, we did not have Egungun. We did not have Anya. We did not have most of those things that were still very current and prevalent in Africa. But we did have something. we had some knowledge of what each Orisha was connected to from their origin. So, Maferi Funoya and Egum, which is practiced in the Lukumi tradition, being closely related to when an elder priest passed away, the Onra ceremony, the tapping of the Opa Iku, the way that Oya is dressed for that ceremony itself, as well as the initiation of Oya. It all reminds me of that colorful abode, that colorful and powerful connection to the spiritual realm, but also the vastness of what is the meaning of Oya's impact in our lives. And we know that the word Oya means to tear, to rip. She tore. From Judith Gleason's study, as well as being initiated for these small 23 years, we know that Oya, her movement is also to shake up, to uproot, but also to cleanse a space. So, which is also very different from the Egungun concept or perception. So, Baba Solomon, I want to ask you, when you say you're going to take a guess and you don't know, but you do know many Lukumi priests and some of the things that they use or we use as so I'm gonna have to go downstairs, add to the stream. Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes,
All
yes,
right,
I
so
can.
yes, so you are involved with priests from all across the world that worship Orisha. And
Yes.
I believe the purpose for us coming together is to collectively value what Orisha has brought into this universe. I want to ask you, what is Orisha to you? Is it the force of nature? Is it um, the representation of Olodumare? What is your perspective on what is and who are Orisha? Select heads. Because if y'all listen, he says Orisa, select heads. What is your answer to what are and what is
Well,
Orisha?